Okay, so for remnants of the clay, um, depending on what shapes you have of small cookie cutters, whether it's circles, which we want a lot of, or hearts, we do want some of the small hearts, go ahead and feel free to use up the remnants of clay to punch out the shapes. And that fits there, but I can see it's not going to fit this other corner. There's not enough clay in the other corner to fit. So that one's done. And actually, actually I can't do that. Let's see. So just for the demo, I'm going to make this the right size. Okay, so let's say we had a cookie cutter. Uh-oh. Create a circle. And I'm going to smooth it out so that it can, so it's a blank canvas for. And the way you do the smoothing is you can either go all the way around the edges if you got a big piece, or you go from the middle out to the edges for these small pieces. The smaller pieces are definitely harder to handle than the bigger pieces, but we do need some smaller pieces, so I figure everybody will do what works for them. All right, so now that we have our shape, obviously less things fit on the smaller shapes, so I'm going to prep by putting some cornstarch so that things don't stick. And for this one, I'm just going to put a dragonfly. So you want to rock this thing back. Once it touches the clay, you rock it back and forth to get it to imprint. So there's our dragonfly. I think this one's going to be a simple one. Okay, so these guys, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I think I might want to use some of the utensils. So let's clear the space here. And so you can pre-think this and kind of draw it out, but I'm kind of wanting to do a pattern that radiates out. It's kind of like a sun. So every time I do one, I flip it around and do the one that matches it on the other side so that I don't lose track of my symmetry. And there, you've created your own pattern. Here's another one. Let's see if that one fits a bee. Nope. Oh, I have it. Well, let's see. I kind of like fossils. So I'm going to stick a fossil on this one and make it kind of a spiral heart. All right, let's see what else we can do with this guy. I'm going to just put a circle in and another circle and another circle. It sort of looks looks funny. I love it. There. Doesn't take much. Simplicity. Less is more. And I want to show one more thing. I want to show how to use some of the shapes I have are these are wood block texture blocks that are for creating batik, or for creating cotton, hand dyed, hand printed fabric in India. So I'm going to use my cornstarch, and these have really big handles. So these are I have tons of shapes that have these big handles. So for folks who are not as dexterous and are better off with a bigger handle, these are great. So you can lay it across the whole shape, and you can press it down with your hand. You want to peek, you don't want to lift it away and see whether you're getting enough of an imprint. So that wasn't quite enough because this is pretty dry clay. So you can keep your finger making sure that the texture block is in contact with your clay, and then peek, just there. And again, less is more. So if it's terribly deep, it can start deforming the clay, and this is a subtle pattern coming in here. I have quite a few of those. So like this one is sort of this beautiful organic plant flower pattern. This one is this kind of looks like coral. It's a beautiful pattern. These are old blocks. They're basically antique, so some of them are falling apart, and you might end up with some of it not coming through. But these are all organic, so it's pretty forgiving. All right, that's it on doing texture that is either from the big handled blocks or that you create on your own.